Kayla.
Just the thoughts behind maybe not playing very much in that first half.
Well, when you look at a game plan and you look at some things you like, is the way that first half went. You know, there were some plays that we liked, obviously a lot of them with Derek. You know, there were some things we wanted to get to with Dion that were positive plays, you know, that were good plays. Unfortunately, you know, the fumble and the turnovers and the kind of the way that first half unfolded, and then going with the 2-minute drill. But as you can see, that, you know, we obviously knew that it was going to be an emphasis in the second half. You know, it just kind of the way the first half unfolded with the lack of, you know, really touches.
Somewhere in the first half, don't you say? You haven't gotten him the ball?
Well, I think that when you go through these things, that, you know, there's a lot of plays that we like, and, you know, we're going to do a better job coaching. We're going to do a better job playing. You know, we left too many opportunities out there. We got to make some plays, but to continue to coach and execute our ability to play without fouling better. So there's a lot of things that we can improve on.
What happened on that play that they got the first?
They got more. They needed 12, and they got more than 12 yards.
What kind of happened on that play? And how big do you think that's
All plays and all third down conversions are critical in the game. So again, we'll evaluate the film. We'll see what it looked like. But when third down, it's about coming out and rushing and covering. And they gained more than 12 yards to get a big first down there.
Would you see some Ryan maybe lead up to the game, and he's not a kicker, but anticipating this bad technique, or what happened with this?
Yeah, you can go ask him. The locker room's open. I don't know what to tell you. We wouldn't have made the guy active for the game if he wasn't confident in doing his job, and I wasn't confident in Alk and John and everybody in the organization. So, you know, we'll go back to work and practice and try to help everybody do their jobs better.
What was the plan overall? You're talking about opportunities for Dion. What was the offensive plan?
Well, the same as it is every week. We'll try to get the run game going. We're going to try to use it, play action pass. Unfortunately, we turned the ball over, which was the play action pass that was called, led to a huge turnover. And then when you get to the end of the first half, you're in 2-minute drill. And so, you know, that's where we're at with, you know, Derek's usage, and felt it was, you know, really important that we came out with an urgency. We need to have that every single day, every time we come to work. That same type of urgency, I think, that was there in the second half. That's what we have to try to do. You know, whether we're running football, whether we're practicing, whether we're throwing the football, you know, whether we're going to meetings, that urgency needs to be there in everything that we do.
This was a disciplined team last year. We had 3 offensive line penalties on one series, moving backwards. How is that possible?
You know, when you commit penalties and fouls, they call them. And so, you know, whether it's at the line of scrimmage or we grab a face mask or we get out of position, you know, we'll do a better job of trying to show them kind of what they're calling, trying to help them play with better technique to eliminate penalties that hurt us.
You say you'll do a better job, which is talking future tense. How come you're not doing a better job past it?
Oh, I think we spend plenty of time on penalties, and you know, I think that unfortunately, you know, we're going to try to get them not to grab guys' face masks and understand that that's going to get called. You know, there's certain things that, you know, as a player, you have to go out there and do your job and understand that, you know, whether it be roughing the passer, and I'm trying to go as hard as I can, that when that guy slides, it's on you, whether it's on a defensive back, and I'm trying to disrupt the ball on a defenseless receiver, that if he lowers his target, it's up to you to not hit him in the head or neck with your forearm, with your helmet. Those are things that we coach and preach and show all the time. And then we have to do a better job of when we go out there, you know, not having those penalties cost us in critical times.
Despite all that, you still had a chance in the second half. You guys scored a lot more points. Can you talk a little bit about what happened in the second half?
Well, we did score a lot more, which would have been more than the 0 that we scored. So I think we came out with an urgency. We were able to get going. the offense was able to move the football, converted on third downs. We ran the football, guys were finishing, but you know, in the end, I think when you just spotting teams too many points, you miss kicks, you turn the football over, you drop interceptions, have penalties in all three phases. It's going to be hard to win in this league.
What'd you say on the fake punt, Mike, and how big was that play?
Sure, those are all, you know, again, those are critical, and I would just say, you know, good execution. When I looked, it didn't feel like that we didn't have enough guys over there. I think we got a hat on them, and it looked like they pushed the pile. And I give them credit for making a play, and we didn't.
This is the fourth game where you guys haven't scored any points in the first half. What's the disconnect there where you guys can't seem to get going?
You know, I think it's just understanding how teams are going to play us and doing a better job of coming out and, you know, really studying how teams are going to play us. Maybe not so much what they've done on film, but, you know, some of the looks that we've gotten and some of the pressures or some of the fronts, and, you know, just making sure that, you know, we're good to go. I mean, I felt like we were doing some good things, and then turn the football over too many times there in the first half to really give a good evaluation to where we're at and what we need to do. We need to not turn it over and not fumble it and not throw an interception. That would be a good place to start.
You got an early idea on Malcolm?
No, we'll get all that injury stuff to you on Monday.
For Corey Davis, he didn't have a target until after the third quarter. Is that not enough plays called with him as the first read, or was it just progression?
Again, we'll go back and we'll watch the film. The message is clear to every receiver. It's not their job to worry about if they get the football. Their job is to worry about that they're open every single time. And that's what we can evaluate, and that's what we will evaluate. You know, I can promise you that there's plays in there for Corey. You know, and we trust the quarterback to make decisions. And then he stuck with it and was able to do some things to help us there in the second half.
Are these guys responding to you the way you expect them to, the way you need
Well,
them to?
you know,
and
Paul,
the staff?
with responding,
Well, you're saying
you know,
they're committed.
I got the question, Paul. I'm going to try to tell you. I was saying, you know, we are just too inconsistent. You know, we'll go one game where we have, you know, 4 or 5 penalties. Again, I just need to continue to coach a football team that's willing to play with great effort and finish, that's willing to learn the details of every play and every personnel group, that understand the penalties and how to play fast and aggressive without fouling, and a team that takes care of the football. So I'll try to find a different way to share the same message every week. It shouldn't be a surprise that they had averaged 5.5 penalties per game, and we had averaged 6.5. So, and they did a better job than we did.
You're running out of time to get those messages through?
I mean, I'm going to get back to work as soon as I leave here and then watch the tape, and I'm not sure what time you're looking at.
So time to make a run in the stand.
Sure. I mean, every game is critical. Every game is critical. That's why we're going to get back to work and understand that we put ourselves in position to play meaningful games in November. Unfortunately, today we didn't take the step that we needed to. But there's a lot of good things that showed up there in the second half that we're going to have to try to build on.
Second pick by Tannehill, is receiver needed to keep going on that, or was that more on Tannehill?
It would be that you know, we didn't execute the play. You know, so pick whoever you want to blame. I'm not going to blame anybody. I'm going to say that we need to get better. I mean, that's how it goes, man. We threw a pass. We were down in the game. The guy was trying to make a play. And unfortunately, they made a better one. That's how it went. So.
Well, and I guess just how frustrating was it early when you make positive plays and someone get wiped out by penalties and obviously turnovers?
Yeah, it's tough. We need to come out and execute better in the first half. You know, we had opportunities at times, like you said, had big plays, and we weren't playing clean football. So we have to clean that up. I mean, you're not gonna put yourself in position to compete for wins if you're constantly shooting yourself in the foot. So it starts with me all the way around. We have to be cleaner as an offense.
From your perspective, what is the reasoning behind Corey Davis not going to target until the third
it's just the way the game worked out, I guess. I have to go back and look at the tape and the play calls, but we have a lot of confidence in Corey, and I know he can get open for us. So we just need to do I think he caught one in the first half, into the first half, in the 2-minute drive, actually. He caught a route for us on the right side. So got one to him in the first half, but yeah, I mean, Corey's a good player for us, and he makes plays. He did some good things for us there at the end. I know if the ball goes his way, he's going to catch it.
I mentioned the mistakes, but you also made 21 plays in the first half. When you can't extend the drives, how hard is it to find a rhythm?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we didn't extend the drive because we had, penalties and turnovers and things like that. So, yeah, you got to be able to stay on the field. We wore our defense out, I felt like, just because as an offense we couldn't stay on the field. We kept putting them back out there, and that's on the offense. We have to be able to sustain drives, stay on the field, and put points on the board. We felt like we got off to a decent start there early, got down in field goal range, but after that, we really didn't do anything until that 2-minute drive. So, yeah, we have to play cleaner football on offense.
Derek had
The second interception, did the safeties make a good break on that ball?
Yeah, I was being really aggressive there. Situation in the game, I was probably obviously too aggressive. Safety was in a quarters look, but he was soft. I was thinking Khalif could bend it around in there in front of him. I knew it was going to be tight, but just being really aggressive with the situation in the game, and obviously too aggressive.
Derek touched the ball on all but one play on that first drive of the second half. You guys kind of marched down. Super efficient, and I know it wasn't easy, but and then we look at the first half stats, he touched the ball twice. Can you understand the confusion over that? Kind of explain maybe what went into some of the thinking. I know you're not calling the plays there, but it seemed like he could have helped you a lot more in the first one.
Yeah, I think he had some touch in the first half. They were big plays, and they got called back. So it wasn't like we weren't calling plays. We didn't have that many plays, and then the good plays that we did have with them, I felt like they got called back. I have to go back and look and see exactly what happened. But yeah, I know we had some runs in the first half, had some opportunities, but you shoot yourselves in the foot, and it's gonna be tough to sustain drives. He did a great job coming out. Offensive line did a great job opening up those holes for him. We'll see if we can get him through the line of scrimmage. Then he's a tough guy to bring down. So I think we saw that there at the start of the second half. We have to be more efficient earlier in the game so we can allow him more carries.
How much harder is your job when Derrick Henry hasn't gotten going for whatever reason?
Well, obviously it's tougher. We want to be able to run the football, have a lot of confidence in Derrick and what he brings to the run game. But sometimes that's the way the game goes. You never really know how it's going to go. You have a plan when you come in and how you expect it to go, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way.
All right, can you talk about the offensive production, first half versus second half, and what worked for you to be able to belong get some points on the board?
Yeah, we kept shooting ourselves in the foot in the first half. Whether it be penalties, turnovers, we weren't staying on the field. And second half, felt like even though we were down, we came out with good energy, good juice, and marched the ball right down the field in the first drive. And there was a belief on the sideline that hey, we're going to keep ourselves in this game and have a chance to win it at the end. And obviously it didn't work out that way, but that was our belief on the sideline in the huddle. I think everyone kept believing and kept fighting, and so I'm proud of the guys for that.
Did the pace help, do you think, going at a quicker pace in the second half? Out of necessity, maybe?
Oh, I mean, it was out of necessity, right? Yeah, I mean, it's defense changes when you're doing that, when they're up 2 scores, so it's not just the pace. There's a lot of factors that go into that, but I feel like our guys did execute well.
On the 2-point front, should there be more options? It looked like Adam was the only guy right there in front. Is that the way it's supposed to?
We had some other guys coming with Tajay in the back. Derek was coming from the backside. I just couldn't get back to him because I was getting that pressure from the edge guy inside. Couldn't stop and get it back to him. So tough coverage. The guy was waiting there for Adam, and weren't able to fit it in there.
You took a couple shots down the field. One of them you got pass interference. Was that in the game plan, or something you saw coming into this game, or was that just something the flow took?
A couple of them that was just the flow of the game. We knew that these guys were aggressive on the outside, and they made some plays on the outside, and we were going to have to take shots to back them up. And early in the game, we got a shot down to it was Tajay, I believe, right? And weren't able to hit it, but the guys all over him, and we got the call. So felt like play to AJ down the right side, that was huge on third down for us. Really got us going one of those drives. But yeah, we're going to have to push the ball down the field to open up things underneath. That's going to be a necessity the rest of the year.
After back-to-back wins, how big of a step back is today?
Well, it hurts, especially how it went down. We didn't, like I've said multiple times, we didn't execute. We didn't play well in the first half. We kept shooting ourselves in the foot, and when you do that, it's tough to swallow. When you come out and you play clean football and you get beat, losing's always tough. But whenever you shoot yourself in the foot, it hurts a lot worse.
Given how decisively you moved the ball in that first drive of the second half, what adjustments did you guys make at halftime? What did you see from the first half that allowed you to finish with it?
I don't think there was any big adjustments. We had some runs that we wanted to get called in that first drive, but guys came out and executed. We gave Derek creases, and you give Derek creases. He's big, he's strong, he's tough, he runs hard, and he's tough to bring down. So, offensive line got him to the line of scrimmage clean, and he was able to get through. If we can do that any time of the game, we're going to be in good shape.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.